guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I am so excited because today we are filming a feeding all my pets video. I know there are a couple of my pets that you guys have been missing, like Lemon and Bodhi, and I'm so excited you guys get to see them today in a video. I have been filming this video over the past couple days and I'm so excited to finally be able to share it with you guys. It's been quite a while since my last feeding all my pets video, so I thought that it was high time to film another one for you. If you enjoy seeing all of my pets in this video, feel free to subscribe down below and also hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss an upload. But before we start feeding the pets, I do have one disclaimer for you, and that is to please remember that pets are a huge responsibility, including some of the pets that you're going to see me feed in this video, like turtles and tortoises that live a really, really long time. Please make sure that you do your proper research before committing to an animal of any kind, shape, or size. Pets are a huge responsibility and it should be taken seriously. Also remember, this is just what I feed my pets. Some of these animals eat every day, some eat every other day, and sometimes I'll feed them different things depending on the day. Like sometimes Lemon will have worms and some days she'll have crickets. So just remember that this is just an example of an average day feeding my pets. Their routines and diets do vary and change from time to time. I love my pets with all my heart. I had a lot of fun filming this for you guys and I really hope that you enjoy. All right, so the first one that I usually feed are my goldfish. This is Butter, also known as Butterbean. So we're gonna feed her first. So I do have to soak her pellets. I can't just drop them into the water. Soaking goldfish pellets is really good to prevent swim bladder so that they're not just eating hard pellets that haven't absorbed any moisture. So we're gonna go on and soak her pellets first. Then I go and feed other animals and then I'll come back. So the first thing I do is I take her little dish, put some of her water in it. Then I take her goldfish pellets. These are by New Life Spectrum. This is a really good brand to feed your goldfish. And then I'm gonna soak them in some water. So I just take the little dish with water and I sprinkle her pellets in there and I let them soak while I feed other animals, and then I come back and feed her later, and I'll show you guys that. This is my new Ranchu Goldfish Bagel. I've only had Bagel about 3.5 weeks now, so we have to feed him the exact same way as we feed Butter. So I just take this little dish, I get a little bit of his water in there, and then I sprinkle his pellets in there and I let them soak in the water. So we're gonna go feed some other pets while we let these soak, and then we'll come back. All right guys, if you're familiar with my channel, you know the routine. I have to come out here outside and we have to pick my food for my tortoise. I do come outside during the spring, summer, and fall and pick my tortoise's food every single day, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna pick some of these clover. It's important to give your tortoise variety. You cannot feed only clover. Clover is higher in protein than, like, say, dandelions or plantain. So we're gonna pick some clover, not a ton, and then we're gonna go get some dandelion and some plantain as well. It is about to storm, so we do have to hurry, but this is pretty much what I do every single day. Now let's go see if we can find some dandelion. And plantain. Plantain is really, really good for tortoises. They can have a lot of it, just like dandelion. Dandelion's also a really good one. Here are some dandelion flowers, and Blue absolutely loves these, so we're gonna grab a few of them. These are really, really good for tortoises. They can eat a ton of it, and they can also have it every single day, and you don't have to worry about it being bad for them or anything. So that's good. Here is a really big plantain leaf. This is really good for tortoises. He loves these. This is looking really good. Here's little Blue. As you can see, he ate all of his food from yesterday, but we do have to clean up the remnants of what's left over from yesterday. He's excited. He is already waiting. He knows what's about to happen. Hi, baby Boo. Are you hungry? You made a mess in here from yesterday. Look what I got you. He's like, I see it. I see it. Yeah, you want it, don't ya? You can see it's in there. He's like, I want that. Hold on, I gotta clean your slate off. I'm gonna make sure it's rinsed off really, really good. He's like, I see it. See if he follows it. He's like, I see it. He's so precious. I love him so much. Blue, I love you so much. I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep teasing you. I'm getting it. I just gotta make sure it's clean. Here we go. Here we are. You so excited? Yes. And then we're just gonna take all this and we're gonna just put it in the dirty water and we'll throw it away. It's fine. I am gonna sprinkle a little bit of his Repticalcium on his food. I don't do this every single day, but I do it quite a few times a week. It's just good to give your reptiles calcium that they need. So you can just sprinkle it gently and he's good with that. You such a good boy, Boo. I know you love your flowers. After feeding Blue, I give him some clean water. I personally give Blue dechlorinated water that I've left sitting out for 24 hours, but they can have tap water. I just don't like giving them tap water. And the last thing that I always do for Blue is I give his enclosure a really good spray down every morning when I come in here. I just give the substrate a spray, and then I also spray his shell. This is room temperature dechlorinated water, so that's what I choose to do. It's good for microclimates, and it kind of represents the dew or the mist that would normally happen in their natural environments. These are Mediterranean species, obviously, so more than likely wherever they are, they would have like a light dew or a mist that you would spray over them. It kind of helps with humidity to stay up, and then as the day goes on, their light will dry it out. So it does kind of create a microclimate, and that's really important for tortoises. So, and we give a good spray, and then that will dry up as the day goes. And that is good for Boo. You're all done, Boo. Next, we have Sweet Koa. You can see that his water and his food dish are completely destroyed because he makes a mess in them every single day. Also, his food is empty and he's been crawling on it. He eats every other day, and today is feeding day just for you guys. Yay. So we are gonna get Koa his food and also clean out his water dish. All right, so now it's time to make Koa's food now that Blue is done. So the first thing we give Koa is some spring mix. This is some grocery store greens. Koa does not like vegetables at all, but we still like to offer it, and sometimes he will nibble on it, especially on day 2. That's why he's fed every other day, because he'll eat all the worms the first day, and then he'll just hope you give him more worms the next day. So my vet suggested feeding him every other day. That way on the second day, he'll eat all the veggies, and it actually works. He will completely clean all the fruits and vegetables off his plate on day 2 if I don't give him more worms. My vet is honestly a genius, and he's amazing. And then we give him 1 strawberry cut up. So basically we're just gonna take this strawberry, and I cut it in really small pieces that are easy for him to eat. And Koa also prefers red fruits and vegetables, so things like tomatoes, red strawberries, and red bell peppers are some of Koa's favorite. So I try to feed him mostly red fruits and veggies if I can. Here we have 1 juicy blackberry. We'll just give him 1 and see if he'll eat it. If you're weirded out by worms, I'm warning you now, I'm about to pull them out, and also he will be eating them after I put them in here. As soon as I put this in his enclosure, he's gonna devour them, so just a fair warning. I also rinse off his worms before laying them on his food, just to rinse off all this mucky stuff. All right, nice and rinsed. Give him a little bit of Reptivite. Just like so. This is a really big plate. I don't know if you can tell, but he's really small compared to it. Get it. Get him. Yuck. Get it. He dropped it. Step on it. He's a very aggressive eater. Yeah. Good boy. And then the last thing we do for Koa, just like we did for Blue, even though he has his water dish, which he loves to swim in every day, we give him a really good mist down as well, and make sure his substrate is really, really moist. We'll even mix it around because box turtles need really, really high humidity. So we're gonna give him a really, really good spray. Don't mind me, Toe, you just keep on eating your worms. All right, we're halfway through feeding the animals, so we have to circle back around and feed Butterbean. It's been about 30 minutes. We are gonna go on and we're going to feed her and Bagel. She is ready. There you go, baby. Get him, get him. She looks so forward to feeding time every day. Yes, you cute little mouth. My goldfish also get things like seaweed and peas and things like that, but I don't feed all of those things in one day. So since today is pellet day, tomorrow will be peas, and then I'll give some seaweed maybe the day after that. But the pellets are the main staple, so tomorrow we will do peas. All right, now we have Bagel, and he is really excited and ready to eat. So we just drop in his pellets and he can go to town. Such a good boy. They good? Here we have Bodhi. You can see he's ripped down another one of his plants, so we'll have to fix that too. But we do need to get Bodhi some food. Are you hungry? Mama needs to fix your plant. You've jerked it down and you're standing on it. All right, next we have to feed Bodhi, my crested gecko. So these are the two foods that I typically feed Bodhi. He loves Pangea. He hated the watermelon. I don't know why, but he really likes this one. So we're actually gonna give him this one today. Like that. And then I literally use this spray bottle for everything. This is just dechlorinated water. And I spray it in his food and then we'll mix it up. Mix this together really good. You don't want it too runny or too thick. All right, and that is it for Bodhi's food and water. Bode, don't jump out at me. I have to spray. Oh no, he's gonna jump. Oh, I need to show everyone how I give you a mist every day. Don't jump out at me. Oh, he's gonna jump. I know he's gonna jump. Oh gosh. Don't jump. Don't bite me. Don't bite me, Bode. I love you, you grumpy man. All right, next we have to feed my hermit crabs. So this is just what I feed my hermit crabs. I know everyone has their own opinion on what you should feed hermit crabs. Some people say fruits and vegetables only. Some people would like to do store-bought food because it does have all the vitamins and nutrients that they need, like in a product. I like to give my hermit crabs a very large variety. I give them fresh fruits and vegetables and store-bought food. You can obviously do whatever you want, but this is just what I've fed my hermit crabs for the 9 years that I've had them, and it's always served me well. So I'll show you guys all the foods that I give my hermit crabs now. So the first food that I give them is a little bit of this hermit crab food by FMR. I actually really like this brand. Some people do, some people don't. Honestly, I'm not here to debate. This is just what I feed my crabs. So I give them a little bit of this FMR, and when I say a little bit, I literally mean that much because they do waste a lot of their food. They don't eat a lot. I also have this hermit crab food medley. It does have some protein in there. You can see it has chunks of mealworms, so I do give them a few sprinkles of this. The next food that I get them is actually the newest food that I've been using, and they seem to really like it. This is called Jurassic Diet, and it is another hermit crab food. The next thing I give them is this All Living Things Omnivore Mix. This is basically freeze-dried vegetables with pieces of mealworms and crickets and things for omnivores. For dessert, they really love this coconut fruit mix. It's basically dried coconut and fruit. It smells heavenly. It is by FMR, and they absolutely love this. And then lastly, I do give my hermit crabs fruits and veggies. I have some romaine lettuce, some bell pepper, and some strawberries. And that is everything that I feed my hermit crabs. I like to feed them a very wide variety of fresh and store-bought so that I know that they're getting everything that they need. Also, once we put all 3 of their dishes in their enclosure, we do have to give them their fresh dechlorinated water and also their salt water. I prefer bottled. A lot of people don't like bottled. Some people like to mix it themselves, but I've never had a problem out of the bottled, so this is what I've always used. So unfortunately, my light doesn't work on my hermit crab enclosure right now. However, that's not stopping us. We're still gonna feed them. I'm gonna show them to you guys. One of them is buried, so I never dig my hermit crabs up, but one of them is climbing around over here to the right, so I will show you guys him in a second. But first we have to spray the enclosure down. You can see the top of the substrate has started to dry out, but you can see a lot of moisture down below, so humidity is still high in there, but it is important to do a really good spray down. All right, now that it's sprayed down, we can go on and put in their food and water. So here is their food that we made. Sorry, the glass is a little foggy. I sprayed it down a lot. It's their salt water. And then we have their fresh water. All right, so there's Gunner in his food bowl. Gunner is probably gonna see me and scurry away. Hermit crabs are not social with humans. They don't like to be held or touched or seen. Normally they eat and come out at nighttime, and it is during the day right now. SpongeBob is buried in here somewhere, probably molting, so obviously we're not gonna dig him up, but that is how I feed and water and spray down my hermit crabs. All right, here is Lemon, my little albino Pac-Man frog. I love her absolutely to pieces. She's over a year old. You can see she's pretty burrowed back in the back of her eco earth in her enclosure. She also needs some new water. So we are gonna go on and feed her some crickets right now. I usually feed her crickets dusted in Reptivite or night crawlers dusted in Reptivite, usually one of the two. I've got crickets today, so we're gonna feed her some crickets. Lemon. Here's your cricket and Reptivite. Good girl. Good girl. All right, one down. We're gonna feed her a couple more with the Reptivite on them. Almost. Good girl. Here is another cricket. Good girl. All right, so usually after 4 or so crickets, she's usually over it and then she's done. So I'll usually just spray her down. Also, gotta give Lemon some water. All right, guys, next it's time to feed my dogs and my cats. This is the 2 food brands that I currently feed my dogs. I really love these 2 brands. If you've wanted to feed your dog raw, but you weren't sure how or you were scared, these are a great alternative. Basically, it's just freeze-dried pellets. These are the chicken ones. Milo can't have red meat because of his liver issues, so he has to have white meat, which is why we have this by Whole Earth Farms as well. And this is a really great brand. I love Stella and Chewy's. And then we have their canned food. This is by Whole Earth Farms. It's the hearty chicken stew. This has peas and carrots, and sometimes there's blueberries in some of the recipes too. I only get white meat recipes for my dogs. They really love them, but mostly because Milo just can't have red meat. All right, so here is Milo and Dixie's food. You can see Milo has his portion here with his raw toppers. It doesn't look like a lot, but my dogs eat twice a day, so this is just their first feeding. And then here we have Dixie's in her slow feed bowl. She eats really, really fast, so we have a slow feed bowl for her. Here you go. Is it so good? Yeah. So here are 3 of my babies. Isis, Big Kitty, and Mama Kitty eating. They have to eat separate from Pumpkin, so I usually feed them first and then I feed Pumpkin after by herself. And they're just eating the same brand of food that I've showed you guys before. It's a good wet food. She usually won't eat if I stand here and watch her. She's really shy and finicky. Sometimes if I sit here and pet her, she'll start eating, but she's usually really reluctant if I'm in the room. She's really funny and really finicky. But we're just gonna leave her food here. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed watching me feed all of my pets. I had so much fun filming this for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video. Also, if you guys are interested in Petfest, don't forget that tickets are on sale now and they are in limited quantities. I will put the link in the description down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Be kind. Bye.